I've tried countless times to put into words the adventures we go on and the situations we get into, and I just can't seem to do it. So we're going to show you. We're an international auction company specializing in all things vintage power, antique tractors, vintage cars and trucks, motorcycles, signs, and memorabilia. We're not just auctioneers, we're collectors with a passion for every item we sell. But it's not just about the items, it's also about the people. We get to experience, share, and tell the history of our past. Every day is different in the auction industry. You just never know what's coming next.
Here we are. This time, we're in Louisiana with some Cajun tractors. Cutting down a fence in California and swimming through a sea of green in Ohio. The team is in Ripon, California, working on the Baker collection. They need to get some rather large parts out of the building. But there's a tractor in their way, and it's not going to be easy to move.
From what I understand, the city did the three sides.
Yeah, I love how it's framed. Just
there's
the right width.
There was a door.
Yeah.
But if we don't do that, we can't get out here without a lot of work.
Can't get out here.
And you look it down here. So we're thinking we'll go out there and we'll knock that fence down, roll that thing out real quick, put the fence back up.
How, you said, let's go look at it.
Maybe do that in the morning or something.
Yeah. Yeah, and see which way he's like proceed. Okay.
Here's the door.
Yeah.
So, you take this tight rod loose, there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bolts. This tight rod comes off.
And then roll this back, cut that.
And lob this off right here. We'll put a piece of pipe in it, set it back up because you got this, well, it is used for tensioning.
Yep. I'll check with Scott and see
If he's okay with it, maybe we can tackle that in the morning and
yeah.
get this out of here.
The city of Ripon owns the ground surrounding the Baker property. The city put up this fence to keep people from trespassing and stealing items from the Baker collection. This 1020 Titan has a unique story. Back in 1989, former Vice President Dan Quayle drove this tractor in a parade at the California State Fair. Since then, this tractor has sat in this position for decades. Dutch and Mack moved new track pads for a 75 Holt crawler. These were made by Don Hunter and are just a few pieces of thousands of 75 Holt parts scattered about the property. The 1020 Titan was International Harvester's first successful lightweight tractor. Over 78,000 of these tractors were built from 1916 to 1922. It replaced the larger 25 Titan and 45 Titan tractors. In the 1920s, Harvester, along with several other companies, got locked in a price war with Henry Ford and his Fordson tractor. Ford started by cutting their price to $620 and later to the rock bottom price of $395. In an attempt to stay competitive, Harvester cut the price of their 1020 by $200 and gave away a P&O 3-bottom plow with each purchase. Harvester's campaign really was not a success. In 1922, they sold about 2,900 Titans, while Ford sold 67,000 Fordsons. Before they can roll it out, they still need to move several pallets worth of parts.
Yeah. Well, we're thinking we'll push it until it drops off here, and then we'll let him grab it. Because we're going to be kind of tight.
Chick, 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 wiggle, 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 jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Chick, chick, vroom, vroom, vroom. Ready?
Yep. Let's rock it. How's that fender look on that side?
Good.
We're okay? And Steve, can you steer this?
Yeah.
Watch out for your head.
How are we headed? Straight?
You're turned a little bit, then you'll need to turn that way to go straight. Are you clear on your fender?
Clear. Yeah.
Okay.
This tractor is a late model built in 1921 with a more modern Ensign carburetor, larger water tank, and wide fenders. It has a horizontal, side-by-side 2-cylinder gasoline engine capable of doing 26 horsepower. The 1020 Titan was replaced by the similar horsepower 1020 McCormick Deering and the more powerful 1530 McCormick Deering in 1923. Although this tractor is a long way from running, it's in barn-fresh condition, which is getting harder and harder to find. The 1020 Titan is out the door, but the moving of the parts has just begun. The team has just 2 days before they hit the road, and there's still a lot of work to be done. There are 2 main events for classic John Deere enthusiasts: the Gathering of the Green, held annually in Davenport, Iowa, and the biannual Classic Green Reunion. This year, Brian and Roger are representing Aumann Vintage Power at the Classic Green Reunion in Ohio. Brian and Roger are both John Deere enthusiasts and collectors. This is a time where the two can not only connect with collectors, but see and appreciate what other collectors have brought to showcase. In many cases, it's the only time they can meet with other collectors from all over the United States. This show is probably the largest gathering of John Deere tractors, equipment, and memorabilia in the United States. People come from all over to attend and display their John Deere items. Sometimes, people even bring items directly to the Aumann booth.
Never seen this piece. Right. I mean, that's unique. Yeah. That's the kind of stuff we like to sell. Sure. This is a 1926 General Catalog O, and this is owned by you. Very nice catalog, colored plates. So you own all 3 of these pieces, and this is something you're considering, like possibly consigning. This is the, yeah, thank you. That's really unique. And if you zone in here, you look at that. Look at the tool number. It's got everything on there with the date on it. That's really cool. I've never seen this piece before. It's a brass plate, and it's got the tool mark number on here. We believe that crates. This was used to print crates. The logo on a crate. So that's the most information we have, and this gentleman here, he found it. And what's your name again, sir?
Regan.
Regan, yeah. He had emailed me earlier, and he waited to come to the show and show me this. But this is the first one I've ever seen, so I mean, it's quite a piece. So he's just trying to find out more information on it, and potentially it could be consigned, but it's just, like I said, it's dated and everything, so it's got all the bells and whistles. So.
That's a cool piece of history.
It is. It really
That's
is.
really cool.
Yeah. In this book here too, I see the colored spoke of deer. Got all the implements in it, engines, and then if you go to the front of this, what I really like is it's got the things you could buy, the trinkets, signs, different things that the branch house has distributed. So look through here, it's got your branch houses, it's got your furrow literature, and then your different electric types. Then what I love this with the old literature rack with the literature in it. Yeah, that's phenomenal. Let me get into this. It's got the old plowshare racks and stuff too, the display stands. That's really cool. Something else in here. It has the old, that's what I like. Look at the old signs they sold at that time. The John Deere porcelain signs, the 2x6s, the Syracuse branch, fobs, tightwad wallets, pin backs. That's really cool stuff. It's a nice piece, you know, so appreciate you showing it to me, you know, and if you decide to consign them, we'd be more than happy to do it for you. Thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate your time.
Back at the Aumann booth, a collector has brought over a piece of early tractor literature Roger and Brian have never seen.
I think it's more of an advertisement for the Big Four. Model 30, that's what this book is.
That's what this says on the cover of that, but that doesn't really go with that.
Yeah, no, it
I think
doesn't.
it's two separate pieces.
Yeah, that looks like a book cover to me.
That'd be something a salesman would have in it. Yeah, that's a book cover.
Yeah.
It's missing the insides.
Yeah.
Is it staples or something in the...
Well, no, there's not.
It's real thin, and you can tell it's never
stripe
been.
on it, yeah.
It's never been wide
Well,
like this.
That actually could have been like a proof, a cover proof is kind of what it looks like to me. Possibly because there's no staples in anything in it. That possibly could have been a proof cover, you know, that they would have looked at before they approved it, you know, and put the insides to it. But that is a really neat cover too. So, yeah, both really awesome pieces. Big Four stuff does well too. So.
Man, these pictures are so vivid.
They are, yeah. It's back full.
I've never seen these pictures before.
The Big 430 was a large gas tractor built by the Gas Traction Company of Minneapolis, Minnesota, starting around 1908. It has a large, 4-cylinder, headless, vertical gas engine that's rated at 30 horsepower. In 1910, the Big 430 won the Winnipeg Motor Contest, pulling a 7-bottom John Deere gang plow. At about the same time, John Deere dealers began selling the Big 430 tractor. John Deere stopped selling the Big 430 in about 1918, the same time they bought out the Waterloo Boy Company and switched to selling their line of tractors. The owner has decided to consign these two items on Roger's upcoming John Deere auction later this fall. It'll be interesting to see just how much they'll bring.
Well, we just got into Louisiana and we are headed out to Tom Klump's facility here. He's got about 150 tractors or so, upwards of 200 that we got to catalog. We're hoping the weather will hold for us. Right now it's kind of looking a little sketchy for us. This is kind of a different area for us, so we're expecting to see some different types of equipment, because down in Louisiana, we're in the middle of rice fields here. I mean, they're crawfish traps outside. This is the season, so we expect to see a lot of rice and canes and high crops, propanes, you name it. Well, it looks like we are getting here. Here we are. Wow. Well, we'll go see if he's in the office. Hey, you must be Tom.
Yes, sir.
I'm Alex Fuselier.
Pleased to meet you.
Nice
Yes,
to
sir.
meet you.
Yes, sir.
You got quite the collection outside.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
It's been since I'm 25 years old or so, or maybe a little bit before.
It's impressive. It honestly is. When you come down that drive, the lineup there it's pretty amazing.
Oh, it's quite a lot of years.
A lot of years of work, I can imagine. I mean,
a lot of memories right now.
Yeah.
Good and bad. Yes,
Awesome.
sir. Yes, sir.
Well, you want to have a look around a little bit? We'll see and figure out what we need to get done.
We sure can.
Perfect. Wow. 430 LP. Wow.
Yes, sir. I took it in on trade on a Case 930 tractor, old 25 years or so.
I'd say that's quite, you made out pretty good.
Yeah, it came out all right, that one there. And I should have restored it by now, and I just never got around to it. And I always figured I was going to sell it one day, and I said, well, most people want to restore them themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
and I mean, low production. Man.
Yeah, really low production, and someone will put it back into pristine, condition, mint, like it came out of the factory or better. So I said, well, we'll just, go ahead and let them enjoy themselves. You just don't see them. That's the only one I've ever seen down here.
You're only going to have the only one at the show, that's for sure.
Your chances are real good.
Well, perfect.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
We have a few redone.
I see you're a 20 Series fan for sure.
Yeah, big 20 Series fan. I was born in '66, and I grew up with the 40-20s and 30-20s and 43-20s, and they're a part of me.
Yeah.
when you have 30-something 40-20s, you like them.
Yeah. When did y'all get in the business?
My dad started it around the same time I was born. He started in the equipment business, and he got into the auction business. He self-taught auctioneer, and we had a really good auction company. And as time went on, we got into the salvage parts business in '82, and it just grew and grew and grew from there, but we've been in, I don't know anything else but this business. I've done it all my life, and enjoyed every bit of it, and still do, and I'll probably die right here doing it.
Well, hey, as long as you're doing what you enjoy, it's like
it's not a job.
That's right.
When you get up and you go do what you like to do, it's really not a job.
That's awesome. Awesome.
And
I mean, being down here, you get to see all kinds of different stuff. I mean, is that a demo?
That's a demo. That's a one of one. 826 gold demonstrator.
In 1970, International Harvester came up with a promotional campaign to paint their tractors red and gold. This wasn't the first demonstrator program Harvester tried. In the first 3 months of 1950, they painted all their Farmall A's, Model C's, and Cubs white. They hoped this change of color would catch people's eye and draw them into the showrooms. They hoped for similar results in 1970 with their gold demonstrators. The gold tractors were the same as the ones off the production line, except the hood and fenders were painted gold, and a black demonstrator label was placed on either side of the hood. The models that were painted gold included the 544, 656, 826, 1026, and 1456 tractors. The main reason for this promotion was to highlight their relatively new hydrostatic drive. Just like the white demos, there are no official records kept on which tractors were painted gold. Many demonstrators were repainted red before they left the dealership. There are many fake white and gold demos on the market today. The only true way to know is documentation showing the original paint, or to buy one in original condition like this Farmall 826 Hydro. Very few documented gold demonstrators still exist, so collectors are willing to pay a premium to own one.
Yeah, you can see the demo still on there.
Yeah, it's there. It's faded, but it's there.
That's enough.
One owner,
it's real.
Yeah, it's real. One owner tractor. Guy bought it new, and.
So was this shipped down here originally, or?
Yes, sir. It was shipped to Welsh, Louisiana, if I'm not mistaken, along with a 1026 gold demonstrator.
Wow.
A standard.
Wow.
I believe it's in Florida.
Wow. Still got the rice and cane tires.
Still has
on
the
it.
rice and cane. It's exactly like it came.
That's amazing.
That's how it came. It's never been touched or tampered.
I tell you what, finding a survivor like that, that's.
Yeah, I got lucky.
Yeah.
I got lucky with that one. And as the old saying goes, I'd rather be lucky than good. But
perfect.
We've had some unique tractors come down in this area.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah.
I was lucky enough to get a few unique ones along the years, and I saved them, but it's time for them to go and get restored and go in where everyone can enjoy it.
Yeah.
A lot of people can enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Well, I guess we ought to take a look around outside.
Sure.
I don't know if you got maybe a little. We can jump in the car, or
yeah, we can jump on a little cart and we'll take a ride. There's unique stuff out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if you like high crops, but we got a few high crops.
Well, I imagine we were probably in maybe Thompson Cane territory.
Oh, yeah, you're in that area for sure.
Wow.
You're west of it now, but they had quite a bit of that stuff out here. This is a little 4240 power shift high crop,
Wow.
4 posts. Everything works really nice on it. You know, it needs cosmetic restoration, but it's a really sound little tractor.
Still, it's nice.
Yeah, it's good, straight, honest tractor right off the farm.
Yeah.
These tractors are farm fresh, I call them. Yeah, they're really straight off the farm. We saved them and washed them up, put them in the barn, and saved them, and just kept them for.
Sure. But you know
day,
what? That's kind of where the collecting is going now. Is more
Right.
more original stuff.
Yeah,
and that's,
there's a lot of original out here.
You know, it used to be you had to restore everything, but now you know everybody's looking for nice patina and
Right.
original paint.
Right.
So
Well.
man, this is a heck of a collection. I guess what we can do is kind of see if we can figure out a spot where we can get set up, and we'll start taking some photos, maybe some video as we go along, and we'll start putting this thing together.
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
The team spent the next 2 days moving, photographing, and cataloging the tractors for the online-only auction. 196 tractors sold, with the highest selling price being the Farmall 826 Demonstrator for $36,750 US. Next time, we dig out a dusty tractor in California, see one of the first internal combustion engines, and visit with a generous collector in South Carolina. Plus, the girls have a drag race.